today's episode, we have a few announcements to make. Then I take a look at setups on Aussie dollar, US dollar, euro, pound, and oil, while Karabi takes a look at a setup on gold. Enjoy. Welcome to another weekly market review with FX price action. We got some great setups for you guys this week. But before we jump into the setups, I just want to remind everyone that we are currently looking for traders for the FX price action copy trading service that we will be launching hopefully later this year. So if you are a consistent trader and you have your risk management under control, and you are perhaps looking to make a career from trading, you can head over to our website for a bit more information. Head over to the copy trading section, where you can find some information on how to get in contact with us. And you can get in contact with us if you already have a bit of a track record that might speed things up. But we're also going to set you guys up with a bit of a trial run. And once we have enough traders, we're looking for about 8 traders. We've got about 3 or 4 now. So 4 or 5 traders spots still open. And those traders that do get onto this copy trading product, they will end up making commissions and profit shares on all the trades that they execute. Funds will be provided by us. But you guys will be under some strict risk management. But yeah, just have a look at the website, and if you are interested, please get in contact with me, and we will get you guys started on that trial run. All right, let's jump into the setups for the week. All right, I'm not going to waste too much time this week. I'm going to just run through all the charts that's going to be on my watch list this week. Now, the first one I'm covering is Aussie US dollar, and I did also do this last week. If you guys remember, we were looking for new lows to be made here, but ultimately I am looking for a much bigger correction on Aussie dollar, US dollar. This is a setup that I've been waiting for almost a year now, and we've pretty much cleared these lows now. So what we're going to be looking for next week on the lower time frame is a bit of a reversal, and then hopefully we'll get a move to these clean highs. There's all these clean liquidity here, at least up till this 38% fib, which comes in around about 0.84. So quite a big move there, and then ultimately from there I think we're going to go lower to clear these lows. But no momentum at the moment, big divergence on every time frame, and yeah, hopefully we'll get a bit of a bounce. Just moving down to the 8-hour time frame, as you guys can see, those lows that have been taken. Not exactly sure how low we're going to go, but we're going to be switching to the 15-minute time frame in our trading room, and then hopefully on the 15-minute time frame we'll find a bit of a reversal. And those that's been on the trading program, you know, we've got about 12 different reversal patterns that we look for in the lower time frame, and if you get that, then hopefully we can get long this market and hold it for pretty much the whole of 2020 if this trade works out. Another trade that's on my watch list is euro pound, and we actually covered this either last week or the week before. And just to summarize, after the market, you know, cleared these highs, we came down and then we cleared these lows, and now we're expecting a bit of a reversal or bounce after clearing this big level of liquidity. Now moving down to the daily time frame, as you guys can see here, we had a little breaker, this last up move before we ran these lows. Since then we had an impulse, and which looks like a bit of an expanding correction, expanding flat, and this actually also comes in right exactly at the 68% fib retrace. So here we have our correction all the way down to the 61% retrace, and we had a nice little run on the lows, and then we had the impulse. And if we just switch to the 8-hour time frame, perhaps next week what we can look for is a little bit of a move down to clear some form of liquidity, and perhaps we can get into the market and find this move up to this 100% extension. Now we could potentially go a little bit lower and take these equal lows, but my first level that I'm going to be watching is this first level of liquidity, since we already took these lows and then we had an impulsive move. So any sort of corrective move early next week, and I'll be looking for those longs, and I'll be targeting this 0.87 level. Alright, so and the final instrument I'm going to be watching this week is oil. Expecting a potential big move on oil. And I got Brent crude oil on the left here and West Texas on the right, and we're on the weekly time frame. And on both we had this big drop down, and then we had the move up, and what looks to be a bit of a corrective pattern, a bit of a zigzag correction. On Brent we reached a bit of a daily order block here, and on WTI we reached this little pivot point that we marked off, and we cleared all this liquidity. So definitely one to look out for on the watch list, and if we do find a reversal on oil here, we're expecting a move to the other side, to the other side of this range to clear these highs and make a bit of a bigger correction before ultimately maybe even coming down. But a big move here, about a 25% move we're expecting on oil. So definitely one to watch out for. All right, just jumping to the 4-hour time frame on oil here. We did have a bit of a break in market structure on both these. So perhaps if these lows hold, we can move down to the 15-minute time frame very early next week. And if we do find a little bit of an impulse and a correction, perhaps we can look to go long this market early next week. Alternatively, it could still make some lower lows. Again, then we're just going to have to watch the price action for that shift in momentum, where we look for the impulse break in market structure on the lower time frame, and ideally one of our 12 reversal patterns that we teach in our training program. So yeah, oil definitely a big swing trade potential here. So one we're going to be watching in our trading room. That's it from me, guys. I'll see you all in the trading room.
Good day, traders. Welcome to. I am currently looking at a shorter term trading opportunity on gold. Number one, price reacting to the monthly supply zone. Now, this week over here was a result of a reaction to the monthly supply zone. Number two, Elliott wave completed 5-wave move. First wave, second wave, third wave, fourth wave, and a fifth wave completion at a supply zone. And number three, we have divergence between wave 3 and wave 5. So we have price forming lower, higher highs, and we have the RSI forming higher lows. And number four, we have the stochastic turning from overbought. As we had price reacting to the monthly supply zone, at the same time, the stochastic was turning from an overbought territory. And number five, we have a bearish engulfing candle. This previous candle being engulfed by this one. So this often forms another indication that we could see price dropping from current price. Now going down to the 4-hour time frame, we also have some confluences to short this market. Number one, we have a broken trend line, and number two, we have previous low taken out. Now number three, we have price trading at the fifth zone. As we know, the fifth zone, it is the level between the 50 and the 61.8. Number four, we have candle exhaustion. This candle shows exhaustion. And lastly, number six, we have the stochastic turning from overbought. So highly likely that we could see price dropping all the way to 1474. And these are nothing but the Fibonacci extension. And so this is the 161.8, and my second target it is, let me draw this in correctly. So my second target will be at the 261.8. I hope that you have enjoyed the video and you find it informative. Cheers.